What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Sequence. I'm your host, Trevor Plouffe, and today on this 100th episode of our show, we're going to be talking about a lot of our favorite things. We're going to be talking about pitch sequencing. We're going to be talking about mid-game adjustments. We're going to be talking about curveball BP. The at-bat in question features Marcus Semien and Sergio Romo, two of the more fun guys in all of baseball. It happens in Toronto. It happens in the bottom of the ninth, and it happens when both the A's and the Jays really need a victory. So we're going to break it all down for you, including some of Marcus's post-game presser, which I found very insightful about the at-bat. Before we get to that, I want to let you know, if things are breaking down in the bedroom, it's okay. Even the best baseball players leave a runner stranded on third base. Even the best golfers leave a putt short from time to time. If you feel like that's happening with you in the bedroom, like I said, it's okay. But if you want to do something about your ED, Sequence has you covered. Go to getroman.com/sequence. That's getroman.com/sequence right now. You'll complete an online visit. You'll work with a licensed healthcare professional to find a treatment plan. And if you use our code, you get $15 off your first month. That's right. Go to getroman.com/sequence for $15 off your first month of ED treatment. Guys, go ahead and take care of business. Do the dang thing at getroman.com/sequence. And now let's go watch the vid. All right, we got the video queued up here. Here's the situation. Oakland's up 10-8. Springer just hit a double to put runners on second and third. Like I mentioned, this is a Semien versus Romo at bat. Nobody out, so Semien could be looking to do a lot of different things. Mostly he's looking to drive the ball, score those 2 runs, put himself into scoring position. Also, there's an element where he's like, dude, I just need to hit the ball to the opposite way. Score the run on third base, get Springer over to third base with less than 2 outs. Give us a real chance to tie this game. What I really want him to be doing, and I think this is what he does, I mean, he's the man right now. He's absolutely crushing the ball. He's looking to do damage. So let's get into the at-bat and see if he can do just that. There's Springer fired up. I love him on the Blue Jays, and the baby blues are so nice. First pitch here, kind of a cool pitch. Let's go back here. I'm going to reverse this thing for you guys. With a guy like Romo, you got to tunnel his pitches, okay? He throws that big sweeping slider, and if that thing starts middle of the plate, that's going to be a ball. So you really got to tunnel up like here for the slider. Now, Semien had something in his post-game presser. He said, everyone says sit slider with Romo, but he throws some heaters. You got to be ready for that too. And I think you're going to see in this at-bat, that's his mindset. I don't think Semien cares about the slider at all. It almost seems like he's like, that can't beat me. I just don't want to let one of those heaters go. So he's saying, I can tunnel up for the slider, but I'm going to be ready for that heater when he tries to trick me. Romo's like 60% slider, 65% slider. Doesn't throw the heater a ton, but he does mix it in, especially in times where he thinks that you're really on that slider. He just tries to mess with your timing. So this first pitch is a get me over here. Here's where it starts. That's about as good as it gets. That's the tunnel you want. And that's why Marcus takes a hack at this ball. It starts middle in. This one has a little bit more depth to it, but that's where you want the ball with Romo to start. Again, if it starts any more on the outer half of the plate, it's going to be a ball. So, good hack. Fouls it off. Into the catcher's glove. 0-1. Look at those numbers, though. 33 jacks, 78 ribbies. Marcus is having such a good year. All right, 0-1 pitch here. I think you're going to kind of see what I'm talking about with the tunneling with Romo. This one, he kind of just yanks right away. I'll stop it for you, right? See, that one comes out completely on the other side of the plate. Gonna be a ball. That's gonna go in the other batter's box. And Marcus sees that. He's like, okay. But in his mind, you can tell the one thing he has to guard on is that heater. And Sergio will throw it in opportune times. If you haven't checked out the sequence with Sergio Romo talking about his at-bat with Miguel Cabrera to end the World Series, please go check that out. It's probably one of the best episodes we've ever done. He's so fun, and he takes us through that incredible moment. Back to the at-bat. 1-1 here. You just saw the first slider in the perfect zone. The second slider on the other side of the plate didn't want any part of it. And now we're going to see Sergio kind of get tactical. He sees Marcus zoning him up. He's like, okay, if you want to set me on that inside part, I'm going to try to come heater here away. And he does just that. And Marcus chases it. And it got me thinking, Marcus was probably cheating to that heater right there, and he got it. So sometimes when you are guessing for a pitch and you get it, your eyes light up. You're like, I did it. I figured it out. But then you end up expanding the zone like Marcus just did there. So he saw the pitch, but expanded the zone. It's something that my manager, Paul Mahler, used to say, cheat with your eyes and not with your body. And it looks like right there, Marcus was cheating with his body. So 1-2 pitch right here. We've gone slider, then that heater away. Again, the tunnel has to be middle into corner of the plate in on that slider. Let's see what Romo does here. Where is that tunnel going to be? Now we know this one's going to be a ball. Starts there, absolute ball. Marcus again, checks it. It's like, okay. Again, I'm not really worried about that slider. That's what it seems like to me. He's not worried about the slider at all. He knows where it has to start for him to do damage on it. All right, 2-2. We've gone slider, fastball, slider. Okay. Now let's check that tunnel again and see what happens here. That was a little something right there. You see that? Looks like the catcher trying to throw Springer off his scent there, maybe thinking Springer sending locations. So he kind of does this little like step to the inside part of the plate and hop over to the outside part of the plate. And let's see where this pitch gets tunneled to. Now this one looks so good. And this is why Sergio has success in the big leagues. That is middle. But again, if that starts middle, the best case scenario for a hitter is that that's going to go on the corner of the plate outside. More than likely, it's going to go off of the plate. But because it's 2 strikes right here, I think Marcus does a really good job of fighting this one off. I mean, look at that. Starts middle and ends just right off the corner. You can't let that pitch go. So Marcus, great job battling right here, extending the at-bat. And now I talked about, the curveball BP effect. I'm not trying to say that Sergio throws BP up there. When you do curveball BP, it just kind of sets your cadence down. It kind of slows you down. And what it really does is it makes you pick up the pitch from the release point. And when you can do that, when you really can do it, I know a lot of people talk about, pick it up from the release point, all that good stuff. When you really settle in and can pick up pitches from the release point, you just get a little bit extra time to see the pitch. So that's what curveball BP does for you. And when like Sergio's throwing that thing, it just kind of gets you in rhythm. And the more you see it, the better you're going to be. And I think you can just kind of see like Marcus like sitting into his heels a little bit more, just getting a little bit more comfortable. And we're going to see it on this 2-2 pitch. Sergio wants to go in right here. And I think if he gets this pitch in, he's going to get the result he wants, but he doesn't get it in. Look at that thing. He tries to trick him with the heater. Marcus has been waiting for that thing the entire time. Sees it start, recognizes heater. Right about here, he recognizes it. He's so good with his recognition phase right now. If that pitch goes the other way, he'd be able to stop his swing. But he recognizes heater. And that baby is gone. Just an awesome at-bat by Marcus against his former team to walk them off. Chess match. And Marcus calls checkmate. I like this right here. Sergio still gives his hey, salute. I love when people do that, win or lose. Marcus won this one right here. Such an awesome at bat, such a great guy. I love the adjustments he made. He said he felt late the entire game. Battled that at bat till finally you could just tell. You could just tell the way he was in the box, his presence there, that he's like, I got you now, man. Don't make a mistake because I'm gonna hit it. Sergio made a mistake and Marcus hit it a long way. That's it for today. I appreciate you guys sticking with us. We'll have another episode for you on Tuesday. Hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'll see you then. Peace.